it's Christy Little Jones of MyRelationshipRevolution.com. I want to talk to you today about something that's really important in the success of your results in this program, and it's called responsibility. You know, we've all experienced programs where we've invested and have not achieved the results we desire. Well, you have invested in yourself through this program, and I want this program to be different than any other program you've experienced because of the level of responsibility that you exhibit throughout this program. So responsibility is so important, and I don't think many of us understand truly the power that we possess when we become fully responsible and accountable for our actions. And so I want you to assess your behavior, current behavior, and the desires and the goals that you want to experience, that you want to achieve. Now, is your behavior aligning fully with the changes that need to be made in order for you to achieve the results you desire? I want you to assess your behavior, assess your habits, and see if they're lining up. And if not, guess what? We can change them. And so I want you to own your results. I want you to fully step in to a place of being fully responsible, fully accountable, and fully owning the results that you desire because of the commitment that you are making to change your behavior consistently, especially during this program. Because once you do that, once you take full ownership and responsibility for changes, they happen. And so I want to challenge you to take an even greater level of responsibility through this program. I want you to become more accountable to your behavior. I want you to become more responsible. I want you to fully take ownership over your actions during this program. I also need you to commit to being consistent throughout this process and being responsible for every area of your life. And then while you are fully responsible, fully accountable for what it is that you desire to experience, I want you to understand and own your role in this process. So when we own our role in the world, then we are accountable for the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that's in between. But when you own your actions, it's a powerful place. And it is a place that just change happens. And we start to experience the things that are in our heart, our heart's desire at the greatest level. And I want you along the way to monitor who you are showing up as. And are you truly showing up as the woman that you desire to be? And if you're not, just make those changes, alter those changes through the behavior, through the responsibility and the accountability and the commitment to be who it is that you're wanting to show up each and every day of your life, in every situation, in your relationships, at your job, in your marriage, in your with your children. Own it, own it, own it. There's such power in that. And so I wanted to share with you just a very practical solution to holding yourself accountable and being more responsible that I've implemented into my own family. And so, you know, in God's word, he says that the power of life and death is in your tongue. And so there is such power in the things that you say out of your mouth. So you may think that you want a desire in your head, or you may feel that you want a desire in your heart, but your mouth is completely contradicting that desire, this desire, this desire. And so the accountability and responsibility that is necessary in order to align all of your mind, your mouth, and your heart, to align them all together, responsibility, accountability, and ownership is a part of that process. So again, the power of life and death is in your tongue. So I have implemented a system into my family where if there is anything negative that comes out of their mouth, they have to put $1 in the jar. So this is our we call it a death jar, or a a nothing negative jar, as I like that as well. And I used a clear jar just so we can see how many of us are saying something negative about a situation or circumstance. So for example, one of my littlest ones might have said, "Oh, I can't do it. I'm not smart." Guess what? Then $1 will go into the jar, and mind you, they get a little bit of allowance, if that. So $1 is a lot. So you want it to hurt and sting, not even hurt, but sting just a little bit. So you don't necessarily have to use $1. You could use quarters, you can use pennies, you can use dimes, you can use rocks, you can use jelly beans, whatever it is, but just whatever you use, own it, be responsible for it, be accountable. So no IOUs. No little slips of paper like, "Oh, I'll owe you $5. No, you need to it needs to be something tangible that you put in a place that you can see it all the time to, again, hold yourself accountable. So whether it's a negative jar, whether it's a weight loss jar, whether it's whatever it is that you're focusing on changing, the behavior change that you desire the most, start there. So get a jar. It could be a pretty jar. It could be a big jar. It could be a clear see-through jar. It doesn't matter. Just be accountable. Put a label on it so the people in your life who may see it can actually help in the process if you desire. The other way I've actually used is a Celebrate You jar, a celebration jar. And that's specifically for my clients who desire to lose weight. So we have a jar, 2 jars, so a jar of beans. And so for every pound they lose, they take 1 bean out of the jar and put it in the empty jar. And so then they're able to see their progress and celebrate themselves. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you too about this jar is, so usually we do 90 days. So 90 days where we are focused on one area of our lives, so the nothing negative jar. So after 90 days, what we do with the money is we celebrate as a family. And so we'll go to a movie, we'll go get ices, or something fun that really celebrates the fact that we've held ourselves accountable for 90 days, and we want to celebrate our efforts in being consistent and owning and being responsible and accountable to ourselves for our actions. So that is your assignment for the remainder of this program, is to be responsible. Hold yourselves accountable and own your actions. I promise you the results that you will experience and that you will achieve and receive it's going to blow your mind as a result of just taking full responsibility for them. So thank you again for just investing in you in such a major way and being committed to the process and the program. So have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and I look forward to connecting you at our next video. Again, this is Christy Little Jones of MyRelationshipRevolution.com. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.